everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have for you some chair yoga if you are one of the people, including me, who are sitting at your desk all day long and probably not paying very much attention to your body. So we're going to undo a little bit of physical tension and just leave you feeling a little more comfortable in your body today. So when you're ready, all you need is a chair. You can come to a comfortable seat, and I'm going to ask you to sit all the way onto the edge of your chair so that your feet can be planted firmly. If you look from the side, I want to try to create a 90-degree shape with my legs. And if you come away from the back of your chair, you're more likely to actually sit taller and use the right postural muscles. So if it helps, you can do that. Grounding down through your feet, maybe even lift your toes and bring them back down. And just take your hands to your thighs and close your eyes. Start to tune into what your body is feeling in this moment. Notice each breath as it comes through your body. Sometimes when we don't think about breathing, we breathe very high in the top of our chest, and we kind of suck the belly in on the inhale, and our breath can be very shallow. So yoga breathing, what we want to do is, you can even put your hand on your belly to help you. You're going to inhale and try to press your belly into your hand to inflate, and then as you exhale, you are sort of squeezing your belly in to release the breath. Okay. So close your eyes. Again, hand to the belly if it helps. Try to take a few mindful breaths in this way. This is a great tool to relieve any anxiety or just overuse of our brain. So if you've had a really long day reading or listening to something or just working really hard with your mental aspects, this breath is really great to just kind of come back. Maybe you're thinking how you want to feel by the time we're finished with this little chair yoga class. My intention for you, if you can't really come up with your own, is simply to just observe. Just see how your body feels today as you're moving. We always want to avoid any pain, but a little discomfort is manageable. Finish up with 2 more deep breaths to prepare for movement. And after your 2 big breaths, just blinking the eyes open. Here we go. So we're going to start off with a twist. I'm going to turn so you can see, and you're welcome to do the same if you have a nice back to your chair. Again, draw the belly and the chest kind of in. Think about tucking your lower ribs into your body, but without letting your upper back slouch. So I'm going to give that cue a lot today, okay? We have to lift from the chest, but still keep the ribs in so that you're not in this big open shape, okay? Ribs and belly hug in. Excuse me. So we'll just turn to face the back of the chair. You can hold on to both sides. Main thing is to sit up tall and keep the belly hugged in, and then use the upper part, so from the ribs higher, to guide your twist. We're not cranking ourselves with our arms here. You're just using the back of the chair to help. Make sure this feels good. You might feel a little activation in the back, but nothing too intense. We'll take a deep breath in, and exhale, release. Let's just turn the opposite way. Again, holding the back of the chair. Inhale to sit tall, squeeze the belly in, and exhale to twist. Try not to crank yourself deeper. We're not pulling with the hands. You're simply using your back muscles to guide the twist. So don't worry about how deep you're going. Think more about the sensation and what it looks like. Take an inhale, maybe sit a little taller, and exhale to release. Come on back. Bring your hands to your knees. We're going to take a seated cat-cow. So as you inhale, just try to lift your chest towards your knees, and your head and shoulders go back. And then as you exhale, hold your knees, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders roll back. Exhale, round. 3 more just like that. Inhale, open the chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you. Exhale, round. Chin comes down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right. You can turn back to the front if you turned like I did. We'll take a side bend. So holding on to the bottom of your chair or an armrest if you have it. We're going to kind of scoot to the side so that you can put some weight there. Okay. Your opposite arm will lift up and overhead, and then as you exhale, just a little fold over to the side. Notice how I bend this bottom elbow, and I'm sort of pressing into the chair to help me lift up. So keep reaching up with this top arm. You might even look to your hand. Again, all of this should feel good, so if you're feeling too much, just come up a little bit. You don't have to be in a super deep back bend. Inhale to center. Exhale, just scoot your hips over to the other side. Inhaling your opposite arm up and overhead, and then exhale, bend this bottom elbow to support your twist or your side bend. Inhale, look, reach, lift up. Stay for the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's come up on the inhale. And exhale, just take both hands down. We're going to move a little higher next. So if you have a wall close by, I'd prefer you did it there, but you can still do this in your chair as well. It's just a little more effective against the wall. So what we're doing are these little cactus arms. You're going to find 2 90-degree shapes with your arms. Okay, as you inhale, you're going to reach up. As you exhale, you're trying to sort of pull the elbows back and then down towards your hips. Okay, so if I show you this I'm going to sit on the floor to do it. You can obviously stand. I just don't want to get cut off my video. So sitting up against the wall. Inhale, keep your whole arm, the backs of your hands on the wall, and then as you exhale, keep all of that connected and just try to lower your elbows down as far as you can towards your hips. Okay, you might just hold that, or you can do little lifts and lowers. Okay, if you're in a chair, same idea. I'll turn sideways just so you can see a little better. I want to make sure this is effective. So as you're drawing your elbows down, it's not just down, it's also back. Okay, so inhale to reach up. As I exhale, elbows drop back into almost the back of the chair. Okay, you might even be able to go a little bit lower, really pulling the elbows down. Keep your palms back as well. Inhale, lift and lower. So we're just activating some of those shoulder muscles that do not work when we slouch. And they get really lengthened and really weak. So we're just trying to wake some of those back muscles back up. Okay, take one more breath wherever you are. And we'll gently release to exhale. Moving up to the neck. Most people who have poor posture tend to slouch, tend to get neck pain or shoulder pain up here in the upper trapezius. So we're going to undo that. Hold right under your chair. This time I'm holding underneath, okay? And this is called the pocket stretch. So you're going to take your hand to the back of your head, your opposite hand, and then you're going to pretend like you're trying to look down into your pocket here, okay? So the chin is going to tuck in, and I'm gently applying pressure to the hand on the back of my head. This also gets into some of the muscles that help you slouch. Draw your shoulders up and then back down. So when we're really stressed out, this muscle gets very tight. Thinking about kind of carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. this is definitely the muscle that would be responsible for that. That would tighten up. Let's take one more breath. And exhale, just release the weight from your head first, and then draw your chin back to your chest, and then bring it up. And we'll switch sides. Opposite hand underneath your chair, hold the hand to the back of your head, and then as you draw your chin down, try to look kind of into your pocket. So what we're hoping to feel is a nice stretch sort of down the neck here. It might go further into sort of the back of your shoulder. Okay. If you're not feeling much, you need to sit taller. Or you might just have a healthy muscle that doesn't need a lot of attention right now. Inhale. And exhale, release. Last one for the neck. We tend to draw the head forwards when we're sitting here at our desks. So we're going to make a really ugly kind of double chin neck. Okay, don't be embarrassed because nobody else is around. I'm the one that has to do this on YouTube. Okay, draw your chin in as far back as you can and then go back to normal. Okay, so we're just kind of, this reminds me of sort of like the King Tut, walk like an Egyptian move. But just don't focus so much on the forward head, but just the back, right? If you have a wall, another great option is, again, to sit up against the wall. Put the back of your head onto the wall, and then just press the back of your head into the wall as you tuck your chin down. So you get a little more feedback if you use the wall here. This is also a great one to do laying on the floor. In fact, I might even show you this at the end, but sit up with your legs up onto the chair. All right, take your head down to the floor, and then, again, press the back of your head into the floor as your chin comes down towards your throat. Try not to let your shoulders or your back lift away from the floor or away from the wall. When you're ready, exhale, just release all of that. I'll get back to that chair stretch at the end. We got a couple more things. All right, another part of your body that gets very tight from sitting is your hip flexors, the fronts of your hips here. Okay, so we're going to wake that up. Sit on the end of your seat. You're going to hold underneath if you are new to some of these movements. If you have a pretty strong core and you want a little more, palms to the chest, and you're not going to use your hands at all. If you really want to make it hard, bring your hands overhead. Okay? So without letting, again, the spine move too much, you're going to lift your legs. We're going to either march in place or press into our legs. Okay, so with the belly and ribs hugged in strong, just lift one foot up, flex the toes, lift it as high as you can, and then just hold it. Pulse maybe, little lifts and lowers like this, or you can just lift one, lower the other, and kind of march in place here. Okay, so I'm going to go with hands to heart for now. Flexing my feet. I'm really thinking about using this area right at the front of my hip bones as much as I can, and not letting anything else help too much. Okay, so you shouldn't be doing, that kind of stuff. Just hold and lift. Okay, if this is feeling good, you're not really too challenged yet, you're going to do this now with your hands. So you're going to press your hand back into your knee, and then maybe just hold it for like 3 seconds and take it back down. Then lift the other one. 1, 2, flex your toes, press, 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 release. Inhale, 3, 2, 1, release. 3, 2, 1, release. I love to do this one where I actually have my desk in front of me. I hold on to the bottom, and then I press my knee into the actual table. Like I'm trying to lift the table up with my leg. So if you're close to your desk, you can try it that way. Otherwise, use your hands. We have maybe one more on each side. You should start to feel a little bit warm at this point. All right, release that. One final option for the core, turn one more time, is a boat pose on your chair. So you might hold the back of your chair, you might hold underneath here for a little support. Keep your belly hugged in, keep your chest lifted, and then you're just going to lean back. Okay, so this might be enough to hold. If you want a little more, you can start to lower and then curl back in. Okay. If you want to get into the sides of your belly, you might do some bicycles where you draw one knee in to the opposite elbow and then you switch. All right, go back and forth. The most challenging anytime is overhead or legs are straight. Woo! So you can hold that. That's pretty tricky too though. All right, so just maybe like 10 more seconds. Wherever you feel strongest, keep that belly hugged in. Don't lose it. Don't round your upper back also, if that's possible. Here we go. And release. Okay, nice little stretch for the back leg. I'm going to move my chair sort of to come to the edge. All right, I'm going to take the top of the foot right to the edge of my seat. You might want to walk a little bit further if you're more flexible. Take your other foot further away. If you're pretty tight, you want to almost have your knee in line with your hip, or both knees, I guess, in line with each other. Okay. You're going to use your butt for this one, so squeeze your butt in, squeeze your belly in, and then you're just pressing the top of your foot down into the chair. Okay. You might be able to extend a little bit, where as I press, my leg can get straighter. So for me, that means I need to go further away. Okay, get the top of the foot down, and then press into it, and then try to keep a nice strong core. So you should feel it all here. If you feel it in your back, you're not using your core. All right, take a deep breath in. Exhale, release, and just take it to the other side. Top of the foot presses down into the chair. That can be toes or the whole foot, whatever's easier. Okay, and then press the foot into the chair. You should notice how that automatically makes you kind of slide your tailbone underneath. Take a deep inhale. And exhale gently. Carefully release. Shake it out. Shake out your legs. I'm going to turn one more time for a little back bend. So now you're going to take your hips, the backs of your hips, to the back of your chair. You can hold the top of your chair for a little support. I'm going to try to hug the elbows in so my chest puffs up. You might even start in a little back bend like that. Okay, just keep your hips touching your chair and then just keep on leaning back so you don't have to go very far to feel something. The main thing I care about is your shoulders rolling back and your elbows squeezing in. All right, do what feels best. Keep squeezing your core and your belly. Try to hug your ribs in, even though you're in a back bend. And as you exhale, press into your hands to help you come up. Final stretch here. Just bring your forearms or your hands to the back of your chair and start to walk backwards until your head can come in between your arms. And you're just trying to soften your heart down. Maybe even drop the head, give it a little shake. Try to keep your arms active, so I'm really like squeezing the backs of my arms, trying to keep my arms straight. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just lift your head and start to walk your feet in. All right, I'm going to set you up for a little shavasana in your chair. If you have the time, please do this. If you don't, you can just find a seated position and close your eyes for a couple minutes. Okay, but I love to do this. So you sit on the floor, you get as close up to the chair as you can, and then as you kind of fall away from the chair, you swing your legs up. Okay, we're going to try to get the calves, as much of the calves onto the chair as you can. And as you come back, making sure that you kind of tuck your tailbone so your whole lower back is on the floor. You're welcome to pretty much stay here as long as you want to. Okay, this is one of those poses that the longer you stay, the better it's going to be for your back, for your hips, for your circulation, for your blood pressure, for your mental health. This is a posture that just kind of automatically makes you calm down. So I would love for you to just pause the video and stay here 5-10 minutes. Longer if you have the time. You can pause this video and just hold here. I'll show you one other option to close our class, and for me, I will finish there. But you're welcome to stay with your legs up the chair for as long as you like. All right, so coming to a seat. If you're not going to take legs up the wall, let's end with a mindful moment, just sitting with our backs all the way on the chair. The feet are flat on the floor. The spine is tall. The shoulders are relaxed. And then the eyes can close. Thanking you for your time with me today. I hope that you have found some relief from any of the stiffness you might be feeling in your body. Especially in the upper back and shoulders. And just noticing the ease that has come into your body since the beginning of this video. Maybe you find that your breath is a little steadier, or that it's easier to take a big inhale and exhale. If you're ready to get back to your desk job, maybe start to wiggle the toes and the fingers. And then just blinking the eyes open. Let's bring our hands together at the heart, simply as a symbol of gratitude for sharing your time with me and your practice. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste.